Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show. Week 4 is in the books. We're just getting started. Stay tuned for the episode.
Let's go.
Well. Week 4 in the books.
Back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle. How's your team doing? Uh-oh.
I don't think anyone would listen to a word I said if they knew my record right now.
I hear. I'm doing pretty good. Been lucky. Injuries haven't bitten me too much. Guess I'm going against some weaker competition. But
hey, win's a win, baby.
Hey.
Yep.
My squad put up 150 contributions from
Hey.
Frank Gore. There it is. I wasn't lying, people.
Frank Gore woke up.
Frank Gore put it on him. Torrey Smith, Jimmy Graham, Colts defense. We might bring that up a little bit later.
Okay.
Hand Dog just playing the young guys. Daryl Richardson, Kembrell Tompkins.
Looked like I want to catch you off guard a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, with the young guns.
Young Guns didn't do it this past week for Hand Dog, but I'll take that. The big score of the week, Rich Dogs, Mons Venus, the Gentlemen's Club, put up 163. I mean, you just look down that Drew Brees, Reggie Bush, Foster, big numbers.
Yep. Wow.
On the other side, not so much. Terror Squad, they're not terrifying at all.
You know, Alex Smith has been surprising.
He completes passes, man.
Yep.
He's not getting you touchdowns.
He's not throwing picks, though, either.
A little bit of yards, that's right. Hakeem Nicks just hasn't turned around. A.J. Green, not the performance we all thought. The law firm, Ben Jarvis. I mean, Giovanni Bernard's getting a lot of those reps. So, Maz Venus, good job this week. And then the toilet bowl of the week. This is the low score. This is the kitty group. I mean, first thing you notice, Falcons defense -4.
Ooh.
I mean, come on, yeah.
Ooh.
But, he 0 out of the rookie Austin. MJD with 2, but Jordan Cameron just doing work in Cleveland. And then you got Brad, Matt Ryan, good week. He had some zeros up there. Bears defense. He had Stevie Johnson. Marshawn Lynch just beast mode as always.
Per
Darren
usual.
Sproles.
Great game.
The Monday night game.
Yep.
He delivers.
Yes.
Big win for Brad. Next we have defending champ Hammers against the aforementioned Rice Brady. Changed his team name. Drinking a Forte, smoking a Bow.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Huh.
Hopefully he changes that soon.
It's
and you
fun,
know what?
though.
You change the name, you lose by
A lot.
lose by 30. So
Lose by a lot.
there you go. Matt's team, Tony Gonzalez, put up numbers. Anquan, Des Bryant, Tony Romo. Big week for those guys. Andy Dalton as your starting quarterback. I bet you wish you had Brady now.
Ooh.
Julius Thomas.
5 points.
Nothing going for Novak's squad.
Not real exciting.
Nothing big there. J2 versus AP for free. I mean, J2 just living and dying with the Manning connection. Manning to Demaryius Thomas. Monster points there. Fred Jackson stealing reps from CJ, producing. Steve's squad, I mean, Andrew Luck, Adrian Peterson, putting up good numbers, putting up a lot of points.
Solid squad.
Titans scored a bunch, 113, but, it's not always about your team. It's about who you play. So that's the recap. If we still have time during the segment, Joe, can we go back to that? I love doing this stuff. E3 again, #1 in the power rankings.
Man.
Just loving life. My squad's loving it right now. So come back. We have all this situated. Come back. We're going to talk about Week 5 matchups.
Come on back.
Come on.
Hey, this is Mickey York from Fox Sports Detroit. When I want to get the inside scoop on local sports, I watch Between Terminos or Fox Sports Detroit.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
It's all right.
You want to talk some matchups?
I would love to talk matchups.
You
That's what I get up in the morning for.
This right here?
Yep.
This matchup right here.
No.
Remember last time we had the awesome Bowl?
Yeah.
The not suck bowl?
Mm-hmm.
This is
Two great Rust Belt teams right here.
this is
Two of my favorite cities.
Really?
Buffalo and Cleveland? Absolutely not. No, I'm being completely sarcastic.
I fell for it. Touche.
You got me.
Touche.
I got you.
So yeah, this is tonight's game. The Browns hosting the Bills in a slugfest. Should we just move on?
Next.
Who's CJ Spiller's out?
Bills.
Fred Jackson.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Bills help our cause.
Bills help our cause.
Bills help our cause.
Well, we can dive
Cheaper
into that.
tickets
Cheaper
is our cause.
Ooh, I like that. Cameron Jordan still.
The Browns might. Browns probably gonna win.
It's
this
whatever. We're moving on. Sorry about that.
Wait, if the Browns win this now, they'll be undefeated
Brian Hoyer?
without their man and with Brian Hoyer.
That's right.
Okay.
Who knows?
Just a little note.
We'll go to a pretty big matchup. We got 4-0
That's a good game.
Seahawks.
Yep.
3-1 Indianapolis Colts
In Indianapolis.
in the dome.
All right, another road game for Seahawks.
Another road game.
Yep.
Now, when you look at this, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't see any playmakers on the Seahawks. I mean, you got Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Doug Baldwin, Sidney Rice, Golden Tate.
Yeah.
Their defense is going to wins them games.
Yeah.
It's definitely not their offense.
Russell Wilson makes plays though.
He moves the chains.
He is a playmaker.
He's a manager of the game.
He is, but he can find things. He can scramble.
I
He
agree,
can
but
create plays with his legs.
But the guy on the other side, Andrew Luck, is just. Do you know the Colts have the 4th best rushing offense? The Colts. They're running the ball. They're taking care of it.
Yeah.
The defense is playing amazing. I mean, they're outstanding right now.
Who's their loss to? Do we know offhand?
Joe, who they?
We'll get the.
You have to look it up on that little thing in front of you called the computer.
Oh, okay.
The Colts. The Colts lost to. Oh my gosh.
They beat the Niners.
Embarrassing. They beat Oakland.
We'll
Who
move
knows?
on. We'll
maybe
move on.
maybe Tennessee. I don't know. But Trent Richardson's over there now. He's a beast. Reggie Wayne found the fountain of youth.
Sure did.
Their tight ends, Cody Fleener, he's producing now. I think he's first or second on team with reception. So he's starting to produce. Colts defense, I have Colts in this one. I don't see playmakers for Seattle. I know they have Bruce Irvin coming back, but again, he's on the defensive side of the ball. I don't see how they're going to score more points than the Colts.
I'll take the opposite viewpoint then. I think the Seahawks are having a magical year, and I think it's going to continue.
So you think the defense will overcome the weaknesses of the offense?
Somehow, some way.
All right. Well, so Seahawks
Give me the Seahawks.
taking the road dog.
Ugh.
I'm always against the road dog. Next matchup, we have Ian's Who Dey Saints.
Who dat?
Who Dat Saints
I'm not a Bengals fan.
against the monsters of the Midwest, Bears, coming off a pretty good loss.
Yeah,
I'd say good.
I would say other words, but we don't want the FCC.
Again, yeah.
Talking to
so, good matchup outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Does outdoor Soldier Field not being the best field conditions, does that hinder the Saints in that offense?
No,
Not at all?
not. Well, I mean, it's going to, of course, hinder, but we saw what they did on Monday night. They're high-powered.
In a dome.
That's
In
true.
a dome.
But they are
At home.
high-powered, man. I'm telling you what,
These Bear fans are going to be ruckus after they got that butt whooping.
that's fine. You want to talk about weapons, though? Saints got weapons for days.
Jimmy Graham, he's amazing
Next
right
to
now.
Calvin, he might be
He's the man.
the best weapon.
Yes.
Could he be?
He's inside the red zone, inside the 35,
Oh, man.
inside the green zone.
Oh, that ball just sticks to his hands.
You give it to him. You can't stop him. But other than that, Colston, is he getting long in a tooth?
Yeah.
Darren Sproles, he's still producing.
Man, it's fast.
He's still producing. I thought he was going to get lost in that running back by committee over there in New Orleans, but other guys just aren't stepping up. You have Mark Ingram. There's rumors going out. He's asking for trades.
Right.
Pierre Thomas is still on the team, but he's He's not doing anything. They lost Chris Ivory.
Yep.
But Darren Sproles just stepping in. And he showed it on Monday night.
And we saw what happened last week with the Bears, all right, when they played a similar offense to the Saints, which is the Detroit Lions. They got it handed to them. You know what I mean? When they don't stack the box, Reggie Bush was able to find room and run. They were worried about the deep threat. You line up Jimmy Graham out wide, you put Darren Sproles in space when there's 6 men in the box, feast.
All day?
Now, the only question is, okay, the Lions' offensive line has been, they've got check plus for me, right? Saints, I don't know if they have the same, if they're getting the same production.
Now, how about this? How about the other side of the ball? Saints are playing much better on defense. Your boy with the long hair, Mr. Ryan.
I hated him until he put on the black and gold.
He's toning it up quite a bit out there.
And you know who else is back? Sean Payton.
They're doing it, but, you know, Matt Forte is still Matt Forte.
Yeah.
Last time I looked, Brandon Marshall still 6'4", and now they have Elshon Jeffries on the other side starting to make plays. Bennett has had some ups and downs. Jay Cutler, other than last week, he was staying upright.
He was.
This is gonna be a fun one. This is why we selected this game on the show, right?
Yeah.
This is why we do this. But again, it's in Chicago. Field conditions could play an effect on that game. Bears always seem to succeed on that home.
They have a good home field advantage.
It's almost similar to wet tissue paper, that turf.
Ew.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
That might slow down the Saints, but it's road dog, right? Help the Lions' cause.
Yeah.
Go Saints.
Please.
Who dat?
Who that say they're going to beat them Saints?
Who dat?
I'm not saying it.
He's not saying it.
Nope.
All right, let's get to the next matchup. We have another 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs, led by the Walrus, versus the Tennessee Titans.
Can you imagine talking about this a year ago? This matchup?
Oh my gosh, this is we'd
wild.
skip over this just like we did the other matchups.
For sure.
But the Titans, they look like they might be without Jake Lockhart, but step in is the Harvard man, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to miss a beat there? I mean, I know Lockhart was able to run the ball. Mm-hmm. He's able to move the pocket, but you still have playmakers. Chris Johnson might not be getting in the end zone. Mm-hmm. He's still making plays. You have the wideouts. Kenny Britt's not getting a lot of love, but Kendall Wright, and you have Nate Washington. So they still have playmakers over there.
Yeah.
On Tennessee.
And they're at home.
You
know, their defense is definitely more stout, though. You know what I mean? That's kind of been the Titans' MO for a while now.
Mm-hmm. We haven't even talked about Kansas City.
I know.
They might be my favorite now. I'll be honest with you. We know how their offense is. We know Alex Smith he loves the football. He doesn't want to give the football away, especially to the other team.
Just the guys in red.
He controls that. Dwayne Bowe is making plays.
Jamal Charles running wild.
Jamal Charles is going to have 2,000 total yards this year.
He's the only thing keeping me upright in fantasy football.
He is.
By the way,
he is by far. I don't know what to say about Jamal Charles.
Looks great.
He's the man. 500 total yards already. He's leading a team in receptions. Obviously leading a team in rushing. And then their defense just out of this world. Mm-hmm. Justin, the kid from Georgia, 7.5 sacks. Justin Houston. Eric Berry.
7.5 sacks?
7.5 sacks.
Woohoo!
4 games.
Wow.
You have, I can't remember the other. It's Sack City over there in Kansas City. They're doing work. I don't think they're going to be stopped. They're going to roll past the Titans.
Another road dog.
Another road dog. It's road dog all day.
Road dog city. Chalk it up.
Not sure where you're going to go with that, but
give me the road.
That's that all day. And
I'm going to the rodeo, baby.
This is the game, right?
Oh man, I'm licking my chops, dude.
Is this the game? Of all games right now?
This. As much as I was looking forward to the Bears, because I hate the freaking Bears, I hate anything to do with Chicago sports.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. We haven't won up there since 1991.
Long time, brother.
Hey, it ain't as long as it was since 35, okay? 1935.
I hear that. 70-some years, that's a long time.
Okay. All right. Hey.
We'll see what LWHs?
LWH.
Life Without
Long
Hansen?
Winter House. Okay, Life Without Hansen.
Let's see it.
All right.
So, where do you start? Are we gonna? Green Bay is always Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is the man. He's the nip tuck of the NFL. He just
Where would you
slices
rank
and
him?
dices.
Where would you rank him? Quarterbacks.
Number one.
Numero uno.
Yep. I think it's just his presence, not just inside the pocket. Obviously Peyton Manning, but it's outside of the pocket. He can move that all around the field. Great running ability. Manages the flow of the offense. Number one, number two.
Okay. So
their wideouts still make plays.
Right. Let me pose you something then. Last week, had somebody picked up the Bears defense, right, they would have scored some points in fantasy, correct?
The Bears?
The Lions, excuse me.
Yes.
The key to this matchup here, not only the D-line, but my man Willie Young and Ziggy Ansah. They got to keep Aaron Rodgers
Got to contain.
in that pocket.
Got to contain.
Right?
I 100% agree.
Okay.
But Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how he does. He somehow can magically throw the ball, and then Jordy Nelson can magically catch it
And then magically run
forever
far
until
distances.
he leaps into the crowd.
Yep.
So I guess some good news there. Well, not good news, but James Starks, they've already listed him as out. So their leading rusher is now out. So they're going to rely on Eddie Lacy, a rookie, and Jonathan Franklin, another rookie. And that O-line, they've already benched a bunch of the starters from last year. So I believe they're starting some undrafted free agents against this D-line.
Ooh, it's time for a feast.
I mean, is Sue and Fairley just...
Dude, composure. I'm trying to, man.
Yep.
But
I hear you.
I love it. I know they're coming off the bye, but feast or famine, man. This
Bye
is the time.
at home.
This is the time, though.
Lions somewhat healthy.
Pretty darn healthy.
Calvin, hopefully he comes back.
He's fine. He's just sitting
Louis
out, man.
D, Glover Quinn.
They're fine. They're good.
Now Chris Houston. Sounds
That
doubtful.
might be a problem.
Sounds
That
doubtful.
could be a potential problem.
This might be a 57-54 type game.
I'm gonna tell you what, though.
This might be the Matt Flynn game.
If
all
Aaron
over again.
Rodgers is not having time,
You got to jump up. Lions always jump up early in this game.
yeah.
And they just lose grip at the very end.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we came out on fire. I remember the snow falling.
Chris Durham with that great diving catch.
The one-handed catch. I agree. It was beautiful, but it always in Lambeau. It's the curse of Lambeau.
It's always the Lions. It's always the Lions, my friend.
So who are we taking in this week?
I believe.
Pick with your heart.
I believe there's a road dog here on this.
Another road dog?
on this matchup, and I'm taking the road dog, my man.
Come
on.
That's
You can't.
awesome. Obviously I root for the Lions. They're in a bad position. Packers coming off a bye. They're 1-2.
Oh, they're in a great position.
The
Lions are 3-1, my man.
The weather is nice. Give it a road dog, baby.
All right.
Who are we kidding?
Welcome.
One other thing, I just want to give a shout out to my coworker, Susan Michelle Kinney. She's been doing this kind of Survivor Confident Pick'em League.
Yeah.
It's like 200 some people. She's number one right now.
Suze.
And she contributes it to this show. She tunes into the show every week.
Wow.
So Sue, I know you just take everything we say and you go opposite. Sometimes
Keep
we
it
contradict each other. So good luck this week. Keep it rolling. We come back. We got a six-pack.
Ooh, it's only Thursday.
It's Thirsty Thursday, baby.
Oh, right.
Come back. You don't want to miss this.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome back.
All right, hey, you know what? It's only Thursday, but let's dive into the six-pack. Let's crack it open.
Thirsty, let's pop it.
All right,
Pop
last
the
week
buble.
we did buy or sell. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, now we got a six-pack of questions.
Six-packer.
All right, and they're coming at you.
All right,
First
let's get
question. Calvin's had pretty good success against Green Bay in general, but specifically at Lambeau.
Yes.
Of course, he's going to Lambeau this Sunday. All right. Averaging 22.5 points in non-PPR leagues past 3 years. Does the success continue?
Great question, Ian. Great question. I'm going to have to say the success is going to continue, not only because it's Calvin Johnson and it's Lambeau Field, but if you look at the past games with Green Bay's opponents, that secondary has given up over 30 points a game to your average receivers, and we all know Calvin Johnson is nothing but average. And also, I think Casey Hayward being out for the Packers is going to also contribute to Megatron's success. And then also, Reggie Bush is probably the biggest contributor to the success of Calvin Johnson. So, yes, he's going to continue to succeed. Monster numbers this week, 2 touchdowns and a win. Next.
All right. For those of us who are struggling in fantasy football, myself, I'm trying to, piece together some things here. Find out who's playing the Jags or find out what defense is against the Rams. Is it good to gamble on matchups like this? And we got the Rams versus the Jags this weekend.
I think it's a must if you want to gamble. It's a risk versus reward type league. Some of your top defensive teams right now, if you look at the 49ers, for example, and the Houston Texans, who typically before the season we had those defenses ranked fairly high, they're only contributing probably 4.5 points. So yeah, it's worth going out, finding that Jaguars opponent, that Oakland Raiders opponent. Last week, for example, for those of us who picked up the Indianapolis Colts, that's 22 fantasy points right there, right for the taking. So yeah, I would say if it's still available, pick up that St. Louis Rams defense because I can see big numbers against the depleted Jaguars.
Okay, I like it. A couple quarter poll questions for you.
All right.
First off, who's the player that's been surprisingly good?
Who has surprised me the most? Man, you know what, to be honest with you, I think it might be the tight end for the Cleveland Browns, Jordan Cameron. Kind of came out of nowhere. He was a tight end power forward for the Trojans of South California. And without, a premier quarterback, Brandon Weeden, Brian Hoyer, losing their best player on the team, and Trent Richardson, he's just producing. I think he has 5 total touchdowns this year, so big surprise there. Eddie Royal can also be thrown in the mix there. He's a monster, but they might slow down, but surprising right now.
And who surprised you in a bad way?
Who has disappointed? Well, he was one of my keepers. CJ Spiller is he's just not healthy right now. He hasn't gotten the end zone. Chris Johnson also hasn't gotten an end zone. They're getting yards, but this is fantasy football, and you want to score monster points. Also, I'm going to throw out there Roddy White. I don't think he's had a game over 25 yards this year. Hasn't even sniffed the end zone. Big disappointment in the Hotlanta.
Right. All right. Question about our Leos, Detroit Lions.
Gotcha.
3-headed monster, Stafford, Johnson, Bush. They're all in top 5 in their respective positions. Will they stay there throughout the year?
The whole year, I think 2 out of 3 possibly. 1 for sure. We all know Calvin. Calvin's going to get his numbers. Stafford right now, you know what, to be honest with you, I think it all relies on Reggie Bush. I think if Reggie Bush can continue to produce like he's doing, I think that's going to both help Stafford and Calvin. So I for sure think Calvin Johnson's going to be in the top 5 year in, year out until he retires. Stafford, he's on fire right now. He's controlling the ball, minimal turnovers. Offensive line is keeping him upright. And if Reggie Bush just continues to produce, if the offensive line keeps making holes for him, the only thing I worry about Reggie Bush is Joyt Bell. I think Joyt Bell will come into his own, and I think he might be taking touches. And I'm okay with that. Just because we might not have 3 in the top 5 doesn't mean the Lions aren't going to win.
Nope.
I think if they slip out of the top 5, that might be better for.
Could be good for Bush.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Saints, Broncos, Seahawks, Chiefs, Patriots, all undefeated.
Undefeated.
Who's the last team to go undefeated?
Who's the last one to go undefeated?
Who's the last team to have a goose egg in the loss
Ooh,
column?
well, I think the Broncos and the Chiefs are in the same division, so I think they're going to have to play each other. They'll play each other tough. The Patriots on a very weak division, but they've also lost some big playmakers. The Saints, I think the NFC South right now is just there for the taking. And the Seahawks, you have the 49ers, the Rams. Again, we talked about how they don't really have an offense. I'll take your who dat Saints.
Who dat now?
I think the division they're in
it's right.
It's right for the picking.
All right, and real quick, the Giants, Jags, Steelers, Bucks. Who's the last team to get a win?
Jags.
Okay.
Jags. Next question.
They might go 0-16 by the way.
0-16.
Okay.
Next question.
All right, and Team Novak recently changed their name. Real quick here before we leave. Drink a Forte, smoke a bow. There were some other suggestions. Do you happen to have any for us?
Yeah, you know what? I like the Forte Old Virgin, Steve Carell.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. Space Cam, like Space Jam. But my favorite, I hope you change it. Bros before bows. I think that's my favorite one.
I like making it wane on them bows.
That also is a good one. I go there. But like every Thursday, update your lineups, get ready for this week, and we'll see you next week. That's time.
I think that's it.
The No Switch.
Good night.